This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy.com. Happy Thanksgiving.
It's time to dig that nation, a nation that... Oh, hi! I didn't hear you guys come in. Welcome to our home. We here at Diggnation have been slaving over a hot stove all day to bring you something that we like to call the first annual Diggnation Thanksgiving Feast. Kevin, happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, Alex.
The bird looks amazing.
I've spent some time on her. I started off by stuffing her with a combination of hickory and rhubarb chips.
Ah, nice.
Applying a slight little glaze over the top and then slow roasting over an oven-based coal fire.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. You know, we here at Diggnation have decided we're thankful for so much. Why not bring all the things that we're thankful for to you, the audience?
Yes.
So we've decided to put together something that we like to call the first annual Diggnation Thanksgiving Holiday Clip Show. That's right, people, I said clip show. Kevin?
Think of this as a combination of our favorite events over the last 3 months. We've kind of put them all together in a bound little single unified video show.
Sure, so you don't have to go searching through all the past episodes of Diggnation to find out such things as zombie dogs. Is Albert Pacino really Al Pacino? We don't know these things, but now we're gonna find out.
We cover it all. So sit back and enjoy a glass of Merlot, and cheers to you guys, and thanks for watching our holiday special.
Yes, sir. Next story. I love this. This creeps you out, but I love this story. Real Frankenstein. Scientists discover bringing back the dead. Who doesn't want the dead to come back to life? Come on, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Shaun of the Dead. We want zombies. Scientists are giving us zombies. So it's 141 digs. Let me just read this to you, it's great. Scientists, which is in all caps, I'm not sure why, but scientists have created eerie zombie dogs, reanimating the canines after several hours of clinical death in attempts to develop suspended animation for humans. This is a Raptapala 4.
Is that his name? We're gonna have a hard time pronouncing.
I know, dude. When you do your username, be like Bill. No, it's just Raptapala 4. So they're reanimating dead dogs.
You know they have freaking brain problems.
Well, no. They say they don't. Let me tell you exactly. Let me tell you how they're doing.
Problems or not.
They ask him, and the guy goes, "If it barks and it doesn't have any dog, you know, it's not walking in circles and crap." Except when it sits down, dude. Stop that.
Dude, my virus scanner just popped up.
Don't virus scan right now.
Why is it?
Let me just tell you what they do.
Go ahead.
So they drain the entire corpse of the dog. Well, I guess it's not a corpse until they do this, but they drain the entire body,
the blood all out.
all the blood out, and they insert. They put in the saline solution throughout the veins of the dog. Now here we go.
What's new? Like they've been able to do this for a long time.
No, they have. Come on. Well,
Okay, I'll let you finish. Sorry.
When they stop people's hearts and put them on blood things, they don't take all the blood out of the person's body.
Right.
So this is new, and they put it in, and it's like I think what do they say? Just above 0. So just above 0 degrees cold water. So basically, they induce hypochondriaction. No, hyperthermia.
Okay.
Or hypothermia or whatever it is. They induce that
into the dog,
and they stop the brain function. All brain function stops, breathing stops, heart stops, everything is stopped, and they can sit the dog on like a table or whatever.
Too?
Everything
I'm
stops.
just kidding. Of course the breathing stops. It's dead.
And they can do it for 3 hours and then bring it back with no ill effects.
Dude.
And this is where they're saying it's going to apply, because the first thing I said was, well, first off, I do have to say, one of the comments that was put on there was, "This is a sham." Was the first comment. They thought it was fake because the website, I think it was like news.com.au. Of course, AU being Australia, so you can't really believe anything from Australia.
I'm just kidding.
We love Australia. I used to play rugby. Anyway, I totally did. But one of the things I did was I went to the site, this news.com.au, and checked another article that looks good. And they had this crazy fish. It got me a little suspicious too, because I went to their the other news, and one of the stories was this 300-kilo catfish, and this giant picture of this fish that totally looked photoshopped. I was like, I don't buy it. Well, I did some research on that fish, and it turns out
Did you Google the fish?
I Googled the fish, but it's like National Geographic. There's this place in Thailand that has all these crazy
and there's no brain damage to the fish either.
No brain damage to the fish.
How do they tell with the fish?
Dude, they don't even. But I'm saying, so they're saying that the way this is going to help us, right? And they said they're going to do clinical trials on stupid humans in a year. Who would be the first one? Yeah, go ahead, drain all my blood. It's going to take I'm not even going to say that on TV slash
Podcast
internet,
slash vidcast.
audio slash vidcast.
Yes.
But they say the way it's really going to help people out is in situations where the patient would bleed to death. So like stabbings, gunshots, massive coronaries. Not so much strokes because the brain, once it gets hurt, it's sort of hurt.
If the person's going to bleed to death, then
Let's say the person's bleeding to death.
They
drain the rest of the blood out, but they infuse it with this saline solution. Who knew salt and water was going to be the thing that was going to cure us?
Somebody would have tried this by now.
Well, who's
going to
try?
that revolutionary though?
It is because who did it? Nobody did it.
I guess they didn't.
They didn't. Come on, who would do that?
That's a strange story, but
I'm telling you, it's gonna be great. So next time you see a car and you almost get hit, just keep going. Although you said you didn't want to be brought back.
There's no way. I don't want to be brought back.
Why would you not want to be brought?
Well, listen.
So you'd choose death.
No,
those would be the options.
I probably would.
You would choose to be dead.
The only reason I'm saying this is because, dude, I know you're not going to feel the same. I just have this weird, eerie feeling that when they bring you back,
it's just because it said eerie zombie dogs.
Yeah, exactly. That was the title of the story. You put zombie and you put eerie in the title, and I don't want to do it. Okay?
I would love to see eerie zombie Kevin.
No,
Wouldn't it be great? He'd be like, "I'll fix your computer for brains.
Check out my dig stories.
Dig.brains.com."
No, it's nothing I want to do.
Let's move on. We're getting way off topic.
Yes.
Water that does not get things wet. 176 digs submitted by B. Youngman. It looks like water, it pours, flows, and sloshes like wire, but it doesn't get things wet. Now,
this is just weird.
This is weird. This is according, I'm going to read a quote from Time Magazine.
Please.
Its name is 3M Novec 1230 fire protection fluid.
That rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Why don't you just call it like super goo or something that people can remember?
Like goo, like super water or something.
Super water. That's how you sell stuff.
You can dunk a laptop in it and it will come out bone dry and working fine.
As Keith told us.
It's funny. It's so funny. Our editor and cameraman and good friend Keith Harrison, he basically
we started talking about how we were going to do the story. And he was like, "Oh, I read that story."
And then he quoted it like word for word
without even thinking. He was like, "This is this liquid you can put a laptop in, and it brings out bone dry."
I know, and I'm reading the article. I'm like, Keith, do you realize you just quoted this freaking thing word for word? It's pretty funny because he had to kind of be here.
But this is now awesome, and I guess they're going to use it as a fire retardant.
Yeah.
Which
They're going to use it to put out fires, but it won't damage electronics.
But in offices, so like you could replace like Halion or whatever.
Dude, have you heard what that stuff does to people?
Dude, Halon sucks out the oxygen.
Yeah, like they seals the doors and they shoot the stuff down, and you're basically dead.
Dude, just think if you're like the system admin, and you're sitting in the back like, wait, I was just having a Twinkie.
Oh, that would suck, man.
Dude,
well, this is
there are
cool,
a lot of ways to die that I wouldn't like. That's one of them.
Something tells me this is going to cause cancer or something though. Like it just seems like some kind of weird.
You're not going to submerge yourself in it. It's just for you know. Look, if my place caught on fire,
right,
and the fire people came over, we'll call them firemen.
Fire people.
let's call them firemen.
Yes, the fire people.
If they showed up, those fire people, and they bust down my door, I got a lot of electronics in here.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got like 4 or 5 computers, a replay TV, 2 Xboxes, a
big Sony
high definition Sony TV.
You've got some good stuff in here, actually.
Dude, I live pretty fat. Yeah, but I don't want all this going away in the blink of an eye.
So if they're spraying stuff, you gotta have it be with
there better be stuff that's not
going to... But then how do you clean up the water? Do you... I mean, obviously it doesn't soak into stuff.
No, it evaporates. It evaporates and it turns into candy. That would be... That would be awesome. You come back, it's like, sorry, you had a fire.
There's just like candy all over the place.
You're like, thanks, fire people.
That's awesome.
That would be awesome. All right, let's move on to the next story.
I guess you'd have to vacuum it up or something. I don't know, man.
What are you going to vacuum? It's water.
Well, no,
wet dry vac.
Yeah, wet dry vac would work.
But would it get the inside of the wet dry vac
it's still hot in your mother freaking apartment,
dude,
man.
I'm going to get, in a week, I'm going to go out and get a freaking air conditioner?
You said by next episode you have air conditioning.
I did not. And if I did, you people out there, don't tell me. Don't send him emails.
Look who has the beer.
I know you got the last... Corona should... That's what we got to say. Corona should sponsor our podcast.
They really should. We have drank a few Coronas. You know the nice thing about Corona... I'm not just saying this.
It turns into candy after you pee it out.
I was just gonna say that, dude. If you put lime in here, you get like the right lime consistency. I swear to God, like it tastes like candy water, dude.
Dude, there's gonna be like there's gonna be a new website up. We should do that. We should like predict the website of the week.
That is gonna get registered.
It's gonna be registered and make, and I believe it's gonna be thecorrectcoronamix.com.
So you
where
think,
it's gonna be the exact amount of ounces of lime, like by weight.
yeah, there should be
and
that site.
Corona bottle.
I would totally
That would
love a
make
site
it the
like that.
perfect taste. But anyway, you guys, if anybody out there knows any like microbrews or anything that want to throw us some six
Yeah,
packs,
give us
Send
some
it over.
recommendations for post them in the comments. We want to
Yeah.
know what kind of beer to drink. Let's try a different brew every single time. That would be fun.
dude, that'd be great.
That would be great. Then we can kind of give like not only the tech news,
We could be
but our
like, the hops
recommendations.
in this is a little off. I'm gonna give this a 2.4.
Dude, let's do that. Let's rate a beer every time and
Okay.
then talk about tech stuff.
All right, totally.
Cool.
And if you know anybody that supplies them, email it to I don't know wherever.
Give your email address. I'm not giving mine out.
Dude, you gave up mine out on freaking national TV.
That's
you
true.
bastard.
I did. Did you get a lot of emails because of that?
Yeah, that was a fun time.
So put them in the
Google
comments.
Put them in the comments.
Yeah, we'll put up a public email address as well. We
Yeah,
can,
we should
can
do
create
that.
a Gmail account.
What,
We can do something like that.
Diggnation@gmail.com? No, I shouldn't have said that.
Do you think that's free? Well, dude, we can
register it
register
right
before it goes out.
Dude,
Like,
it's
just-
live! All
Okay,
right, let's move on.
Move on.
Move on.
Yes.
Move on.
All right, human-brained monkeys. This podcast is just getting better and better. Okay,
Dude, it's like
hold on.
zombie dogs.
Oh, this is like zombie dogs. Human-brained monkeys, 195 digs, submitted by Lynn. Now this is serious, though. Okay, here we go.
Let's get serious.
I need to take
About
a breath
the
for a
human
second.
brain monkeys.
Ah, it's so hot here. Scientists have been warned that their latest experiments may produce monkeys with brains more human than animals. Stop laughing. This is crazy.
This is a story we're reporting on.
Hold on. Here's a quote from the article.
Okay.
In cutting-edge experiments, scientists have injected human brain cells into monkey fetuses to study their side effects.
What the?
Hold
what
on.
The hell
Let
are
me
they-
finish.
All right.
Critics argue that if these fetuses are allowed to develop into self-aware subjects, scientists will be thrown into an ethical nightmare. This is freaking nuts.
This is awesome. First off, monkey butlers. All I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Finally,
Dude,
we get monkey butlers.
I would be down with that actually.
Oh god!
No, but
well, this
seriously,
is hard.
though.
After I finished laughing and crying so hard because I'm laughing at this thing, it's sort of a big deal. I mean, it's one of those things where you get that whole. It's a little bit like the zombie dogs. I mean, when we talked about the zombie dogs, one of the first things that came to my mind was I was like, oh, these poor dogs. You're just killing the dogs to see if
Right.
you can hopefully wake them back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, at a certain point, you got to go. Why the hell do we want monkeys with human brains? You know?
I don't know why they're doing this, but well, what happens? Okay, let me throw this out there to you.
Shoot.
Because I want to ask you this question because I want this question asked to me.
Yeah, right.
So if a monkey becomes self-aware,
Sure.
and it's like learning basic language skills and can actually communicate with humans, what do? Do you let them reproduce? Do you?
Well, first off, would reproducing have an offspring that had the brain of a human? I mean, it's
know.
like you get into this
can
weird
find
thing.
out.
But to tell you the truth, the first thing I'd do is I'd take it into the jungle and be like, what the hell's that gorilla doing rubbing its ass up against the tree?
Dude,
you know what I mean? Like, I'd take it over to Jane Goodall and be like, here's your translator,
and
baby.
show it that. Well, you think it can translate between like?
That's what I'm saying. If you know
No,
English and you
dude.
also are an ape, you might be able to go, hey, that guy's really pissed off.
It
Back
might.
up.
It might. But what do you do? I mean, there's a huge ethical dilemma here. Like, would you kill them off? I mean, do you keep
Well,
them around?
one of the things that
because you
I don't
created
know.
something
I
like a
mean,
hybrid now.
Well, they're creating lots of hybrids. Lexus has a hybrid. Pretty soon, monkeys are going to be hybrids. Hybrid is sort of today's catchphrase.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried about this thing.
It's a big deal. It's
Yes.
I mean, it's a little iffy. Although you might, I'm just going to throw this out there, you might be able to ask them if they want to have cosmetics tested on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they're going, hey, I like a little rouge.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe Peter's got it all backwards, and they're like, what happened to my daily facial scrub?
It's terrible, dude. You're gonna get some major hate mail for this one. We
Well,
better move
come
on.
on. They know I'm joking.
Yes,
Come
I do.
on.
Yes, I do. Experts warn about powdered alcohol. 479 people dug the story, submitted by J.M. Korm. Inconspicuous packets of powder inside that contain alcohol and a lot of it. About 4.8% by volume. That's equivalent to 1.58
Just in a powder
1.5
packet.
glasses. Yeah, in a powder packet, glasses of liquor. You add the powder to cold water, and then you have an alcoholic drink which contains either vodka or rum. This is actually happening in Denmark right now.
Yeah, but they were saying that it's really bad because they're actually marketing this product to kids.
Towards kids, yeah.
So like the teens that be up all night with this product, and it looks like the emergency, but it's freaking like a screwdriver.
I know. You know what it said? It said
Pocket screwdriver.
on the side of the packet. It said "Get your buzz on." That's what
Get
it said.
your buzz on.
That's for like the kids, and kids are buying this stuff.
Dude, in Denmark they go nuts.
That's awesome. I want to keep. So can we order this stuff in?
Well, and that's really interesting because we read deep into the article that this was actually developed for the Mir astronauts for when they celebrate And I'm totally bullshitting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude. I'm like, I didn't read that. I read the article. I didn't see that part. That would be really cool, though.
That would be really cool. Although it is dangerous, you got to watch out. Raves. Just drink a lot of regular water, and then you can drink the spiked water.
Raves. What do raves have to do with drinking?
Dude, a packet of powder. Well, first off, here, if you add water and it becomes alcohol, what if you snort the stuff? You don't think kids are just they're gonna have like the sugar stick from like the sugar the dippets?
Hold on.
You know the dippets, right?
Hold on.
And they'll just be dipping it into the alcohol powder.
Yes, the dippets are really good. I do like those.
That is besides the point, Alex.
There's people that listen to this stuff in Denmark. Now little kids are gonna be snorting this crap.
Oh yeah, because I said it. Well, email me. Let me know how that works.
What that would do, though.
They're gonna have like flash videos of kids.
All right.
This is horrible.
You've just
All right, let's move on. It's good that only happened twice. I can't believe that only happened twice.
What's that?
That people came by the camera.
That walked in front?
Yeah.
Nice.
So anyway,
Say hi. Come here.
Yeah, come here. Come on in. Look at this.
All right.
Check this guy. Ugly Kid Clothing.
Hey, Ugly Kid Clothing.
Dude, come in.
Come in.
Come on.
Do you guys know the Ugly Kid Clothing guys? You own the Ugly Kid Clothing?
There we are. Yeah, no worries.
Well, say hi. We do a weekly tech show called Diggnation.
Let's go, guys.
Dude, Ugly Kid, check it out. Ugly Kid Clothing. Do you guys have a website?
Of course.
What's your website?
UglyKidClothing.com. They're here in Vegas, baby. Ugly Kid Clothing.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Get it here. I'm Alex.
I'm Butter.
Butter, nice to meet you,
spread
dude.
it on, man.
I will spread you all around.
Spread them all around.
All right.
Have a good night.
Dude, you too, guys. See you
Right,
guys. UglyKidClothing.com, all right?
There you go.
They're here. They're having fun in Vegas.
All right, no
That's
worries.
what Vegas is all about.
A giant octopus takes on. This is. Hold on. This story is. It's not tech related, but it was submitted to the science category. We're allowed to talk about that. A giant
No, I
octopus
just love
takes
that
on.
you were like, Alex, calm down. Be serious.
Be serious.
A giant octopus yesterday.
Okay.
That's
okay.
awful.
Okay.
All right, keep
a
going.
giant octopus takes on a shark. 733 people dug this story, submitted by Al Pacino. He's submitting like a madman.
Dude, Al
Does this
Pacino's
guy
the
ever
dude.
sleep? He's submitted like thousands of stories.
I hope that it's actually Al Pacino. Let it out. Just spit it out. How great would it be? If freaking Al Pacino was at home on his computer, like, hey, they talked about my story. I get on Diggnation. Oh, I'm crying. Talk about the giant octopus. That'll get us back to normal.
Oh my god, dude! I took a sip of beer. And when you laugh, I can hear like your
Yeah, it's
Oh,
called
man.
a laugh.
Oh man.
Lord, shit, I'm crying.
Oh, I'm crying too.
Oh, all right.
Hold on. Okay. Okay.
Al
Story.
Pacino, good man.
First story.
First story, mad rush for $50 computers. 1,129 people dug this story, submitted by WRX Hokie. The day is here, the 7 a.m. rush for the $50 iBooks. See the video of what went down. This is crazy. So what happened was there was a county in Virginia that had a surplus of 1,000 iBooks. They weren't new, really high-end iBooks, but they
older,
were,
right?
but they were iBooks. And they decided it was a school. The county school district had 1,000 extra laptops, and so they decided rather than spending all the time and money and energy and trying to get a good value out of this, let's just sell them all one time. $50. We'll make 50 grand in like 10 minutes. And they did it at they were like, we're gonna do it at the Richmond International Raceway. They did not have any idea how many people were gonna show up. They literally stampeded.
Right. So there was 1,000 iBooks, 5,500 plus people.
Yeah. We can all do enough math to realize that's a shitty deal.
I know. I watched. Did you see the video?
It's
okay.
nuts.
So you seriously? I know we say this every week because we always find really cool videos, but you gotta go see. Well, watch the video of Diggnation. It keeps playing it right now. Look at that. There's the
He'll
video.
probably do the thing of like a one guy juking with like the grandmother with her knee.
Did you see the cart that got
It wasn't a cart, it was a baby stroller.
There was a baby stroller that got trampled. They had to yank the baby out of the stroller, and like the stroller is like, yeah, Keith's laughing.
Yeah,
It's
Keith's
not
like,
funny.
baby got trampled. No, it's not.
The stroller was like torn up, man.
If you saw the video of this, it's like people were like, it's like they were running for the last piece of food on the planet.
It was just sheer out. I mean, they should have taken
take. I don't know. They did this.
They
the
should
wrong
have done
way.
a hell of a lot of things other than what they did.
They had
literally just
5
opened.
security guards or 6. What do they say?
They had 5 off-duty police officers.
right for 5,500 people.
5,500 people. That's
Yeah.
what, 1,100 per cop?
So there was people that were taken out in stretchers. The ambulance
Yeah.
had to come.
Ambulance had to
they
come.
got the SWAT team there in riot gear for iBook computers.
Dude, and like, there was only 1,000. Oh, it's just, I mean, I get it that they did it. You gotta watch the video. It's just, it's one of those totally, it's like one of those things that sounds great on paper.
Right.
We're gonna sell 1,000 iBooks for $50. We'll
Sounds
do it at
like a plan.
We'll do it at a big place. Hire some off-duty cops. Make sure nobody gets unruly. And then the day comes and pandemonium.
It was great though.
It was great. I mean, it was great that
it's
we
great
weren't
for
there,
us.
right? Yeah, we're just like,
funny
whoa.
video. People were getting trampled.
Yeah, I got my own idea. But desperate times.
That's so awesome. We can laugh at this.
Oh, a highly technical story coming up to you. Harry Potter, the Goblet of Fire trailer hits. I'm very excited about this. 911 people dug this story, submitted by FloJo. The full trailer has finally hit the net, and boy oh boy, it is amazing. Haunting soundtrack and astonishing visuals seems to be the best Potter film to date. Now, I know you're not a Harry Potter fan. I am. This is awesome. So awesome.
Well,
It
you
is
keep talking.
ridiculous. Dude, look.
I hate Harry Potter.
Well, that's your problem.
What is it about the? It's like
It's
children's
magical. You know what? You know what it is? They tapped in the same thing that Lucas tapped into when he wrote Star Wars. It's that every kid has the potential of being something better than they
Okay,
are.
so tell me this. A couple things.
Shoot.
I've never read a book.
That's a problem. you should try it. It's really enlightening.
The beer's going to my head.
Kevin says it here. He has never read a book.
I've never read a Harry Potter book,
Good.
and I've never seen the movies.
Well, then how are you dissing
Because
it?
it's stupid. It's got the
Dude.
little kids with the
Read.
wands.
Thank you, Jay.
Our CEO
You just got
called me
fired.
an idiot.
You, sir,
No,
are an
it's
idiot.
stupid. They're riding on little brooms and stuff. It's like, shut up.
Well, first off, why would you tell somebody to shut up if you're not listening
You're
to
right.
them?
You're right. You're right.
If you don't hear them,
No,
I mean,
no.
it's not like watching the trailer on TV gets you so aggravated. Although
I
it
don't
looks
know,
like
man.
it does.
It looks like okay. Really,
Read the first book.
Hold on.
Just read it.
Okay, I'll check out the first book. I will read it. I promise you that. But
It'll get you. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
it seems like a cult thing now, man. These
Dude, it
people are
is.
freaking freaks
It is,
about
dude.
this
That
stuff.
song will come on, and I'll stop and drop stuff, and I'll be like, "Wait, what? Oh, yeah, all right." You know what I mean? Like you get that weird.
I don't know what you mean, but
no, but it's seriously. This I have to say because I just finished reading 7 or 6, the book 6.
Mm-hmm.
My God, so good.
Really?
Oh, so good. But 4 was one of my favorites of the books, and this is the 4th movie that's going to be coming out. And it just looks like they did it right. And I don't know who the director is. I think it's a British guy for the first time. Actually, I think it's a British guy because they keep jumping directors and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because they were going to do it like the Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Because Chris Columbus was going to be directing all of them. And then he directed 1 and 2 and just went, oh, screw this.
Why was he not in it?
He was living
were
in
there good
London.
movies?
No, he was living in London.
But were they good movies though?
Oh, they were great.
So, okay, let me just throw this out there real quick.
Yeah.
If I don't want to read the book, because I don't want to take the time to read the stupid book, can I watch the movies and want to get the same effect? I'll be like, okay. This
Not
is
the
cool.
same effect, but watch 1.
Okay.
Watch the first one.
All right, fair enough.
And then if you like it, watch the second.
Done.
And then if you like that, there's a third one. And then if you like that, the 4th one comes out in November.
Cool, nice.
But
All right.
watch the trailer. It's not available on the trailer.
QuickTime
trailer. It's like a French thing. I don't know how they ended up getting it, but it's not readily available. But if you go to Dig and what's wrong with you
It's
and these
strong
beers?
beer,
What's
man.
your problem,
this beer
dude?
is freaking strong.
It's good beer. Both of them are good.
Do you not feel like lightheaded right now?
Of course, I live there. But if you go to dig.com and search for it, or if you do the users thing, the dig.com
you don't have to
/user
search for it.
/Diggnation,
It's in our user profile.
just watch it. It's
Fair
so
enough.
good.
I'll watch it.
There you go.
All right, next story. Robot attacks Japan's prime minister. 670 people dug this story, submitted by Couch Potato.
This is awesome.
Japan's first mall patrolling security robot, the T-63, took an instant dislike to Japan's prime minister yesterday. Everybody in the room is laughing.
Wait, keep going. I love the part of what
A
it's into
simple
him.
meet and greet exercise was obviously too much. This is awesome.
No, keep going. Tell him what he did to him.
Oh, so basically, like, there's this mall, right? And they have this little bot that, like, you know, he looks around and he patrols.
You are up to no
and
good.
they're supposed to have like a little ceremony. You know, the prime minister meets the bot. The bot sprays him with like
It
smoke
screened him. It was like it went to shake his hand, and all of a sudden he was like, "Enemy!" And it's like smoke screen. The prime dude. And you know what the best part is? Is that some guy, like the programmer guy in the back room, killed himself.
Shut up.
No, I'm just kidding.
I thought it was like a part of the story I didn't read. I'm like, oh, that would suck.
Dude, the look on your face. You have to download the video just to see Kevin's face where he's like, "No, he did
I
not."
thought he like pulled out a samurai sword and like just like
That's what
did it in. Yeah.
that was where the joke went. But you took me seriously, so
Oh, sorry about that.
I just love the fact. And if you look on
This
the
reminds me
story,
of like Robotech or something.
dude,
like
there's
that.
a picture of the guy who's like, "Hi, Prime Minister
He's just
Hukazuki,"
spraying him.
and it's like smoke screen, and the robots are like, "Ah!" Dude, how great is that?
It was awesome.
Only in Japan, you know what I mean?
I know. I think that's
American
great.
robot security guards just be like sitting on their ass.
Well, you don't see any. You don't see any. You
don't see
the last time you
security
got to a
guards.
mall and seen like a robot security guard? This is like a new thing. It's bound to happen.
Never.
Never. Correct.
I don't think I've seen more than 2 robots in the United States.
Did you see
and they
the-
all came flying over from Japan.
There's another one too. That
Do you remember that one that came to the
that came to-
TSS?
Yes. That was
Dude,
cool.
That was awesome.
What was his name? Like
Hoboken?
No, it was like Tribo.
Tribo.
No.
No, not the Ibo,
It wasn't
not Ibo,
It was like he could balance. He could walk.
Oh, Gizmobo. Wait, no, it's
that's
right there.
That's a website, Gizmodo. What are you talking
No,
about? I can't remember his name, but we'll link that.
Great
in our
robot.
profile.
So, first off, we should mention that there's a horrible, horrible hurricane going through almost all of the Northwest right now, or the Southeast.
Right, Southeast.
Northwest. It's like Washington State. They don't get hurricanes. But, so this first story actually sort of involves it kind of on the periphery, which is CNN weatherman loses his cool.
This is
Now,
the top story.
story. And I dug the story. Did you do this?
I dug it too. The second I saw it, I dug it.
Yeah. So, 2,551 people dug this story, submitted by Zimic. This is a video of a CNN weatherman that loses his cool while covering Hurricane Katrina. Things seem a little tense for him. This is one of those things where you can totally tell when you watch this video that these two people that work together do not like each other.
Right, yes.
So we should
Hit
just run
play.
this video here. So if you're listening to the podcast, you'll just hear it.
So it has filled in a little bit, filled in with some air, not as lower
Chad,
pressure, but
Chad,
Camille.
Chad,
Let me talk, Carol.
Translate
Oh.
that for us. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means,
If you
Chad.
would let me talk.
He's pissed.
He threw his papers down.
Well, she is just. I mean, there was like 200 and some comments on this story. You can. I don't even. I don't know her. You can just tell she's a handful. Am I not right?
Oh. It was so funny. When I read the caption of this story, I was like, oh, that poor weatherman's gonna look like a fool on camera. No, she looks like a fucking bitch. It's what happens. He looks like he's just
she's
pissed.
nagging him, man.
She's like, Chad, but what does that mean,
Oh,
Chad?
good. I saw this and I was glad for him. He's
Good for you,
weathermen
dude.
Don't get pissed.
Good for you, Chad from CNN.
When was the last time you saw like a weather guy just get pissed about something? It just doesn't
He
happen.
threw down those papers. And then, but now see, he's a professional. You know why?
Pulled it back together.
He pulled it back together.
Yep.
Because he didn't say all the curse words that we use here because we're not really broadcasting. Because he could have gone.
Oh, I know.
He could have stormed off, started throwing cameras. That would have been awesome.
He's a hero.
Dude, he is.
He's like, did you see how many times? I mean, this was submitted to Dig, but then all of a sudden, it exploded all over the place. It was
Dude,
like
he's
on,
my hero.
I mean, just tons of blogs, and there was multiple, like all these different video sites, like the E-Bombs World and all that stuff. It was all over the place.
yeah.
There's gonna be T-shirts made with his face on them. Like, I'd buy one
I
of
love
those.
Chad. Yeah, dude.
totally. I don't
It's
know
like
if I'd
on-
want one that said I love Chad, but
Well,
that'd be a little
with his
weird, dude.
picture.
What if you're walking around and like nobody knows what that is, and you have a dude on your face or on your shirt that says I love Chad?
well, Kevin, especially if you had a dude on your face, that'd be even worse. But with just the shirt, yes, it would be. It would
I'm
be.
sick. I'm a little delirious right now.
It would be a little interesting.
It'd be a little
It
strange.
would be a little strange. Although it would make people go, wonder what this Chad guy's all about. Although it might be great because it'd be like, yeah, screw that, whatever her name was, Kathleen.
Yeah, she.
If you let me finish.
Dude, we've all been there with our girlfriends at one point or another. When
With
you're just
people
like,
at one point or another.
You just want to shake a bitch.
It's just like, you know what I'm
It's
talking-
like that air that story I was telling you about, but coming back from the air through security at San Francisco Airport.
Ah, yes.
So I'm going through security real quick because people are drinking because this is all about
Yes,
going off
we've
topic.
got topic, so start drinking.
Yeah, we haven't even started and we're off topic. But I was going to the security line and at San Francisco Airport they like point you to like which line. There's like 6 different lines and they're like whatever, take one on the left, whatever. So I go
Right.
up there, and you know how stewardesses can just go straight to the top.
Right, because they can cut through, they gotta
They
get to
can
the
cut
plane.
through. They
whatever.
gotta get to the plane because God forbid they get to the plane. They don't get to the plane. Anyway. So there's this stewardess in line, and there's like this U-shaped table, and there's this old lady at the like left side of the U. So I'm assuming there's a line on the left of the table and a line on the right of the table.
Fair enough.
So I just kind of, without thinking, I'm just trying to get to my plane. I beeline it to behind this stewardess, and I start taking out the trays and pulling out my laptop, taking off my shoes. I mean, I go through a whole
Right.
hoo-ha because I got all this stuff, metal and war wounds and stuff. But then the lady goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but I think this nice old lady was in front of you." And I'm a little cranky. I mean, it's early, and I'm, whatever. And it's my 17th day in a row traveling. So I was like, all right, maybe I was a little snippy, but I said, "I'm sorry. I thought she was in the line over here. I'll go around." And this lady looked at me and she goes, "Yeah, I just believe in being nice to little old ladies."
Oh.
And I look at her and I go, "I'm not anti little old ladies. I just thought she was in the other fucking line."
Is that what you said to her?
Yeah, fuck
That's
yeah.
awesome. What'd she
And
say?
then, so then she just kind of like huffed off and walked off, and I was like, "Dude!" And this guy who came up right behind me was like, "Dude, you were totally right. I saw the whole thing. She's a fucking bitch." I said, I was
It's
like,
always
"Yeah,
awesome when you
dude."
get one of your bros like behind you. You're like, you don't
Yeah.
even know him, but there's always a guy that
I
like
know.
chime in.
Keith's
Hell yeah.
gonna have a bleeping. I just said like
We
the
just
F-bomb like
kind of,
12 times.
Going off on this one. Next story.
All right, next story. The world's first photograph. 1,246 people dug this story. Submitted by.
Submitted by, please, God, don't make me pronounce this. Go for it, Kev.
Noma Chickenick. Dude, I don't know.
Noma Chicken Nick?
Pronounce this.
Pronounce
that right
it's
there.
not Noma Chicken Nick. Gnome Chicken Nicks.
See?
No man chicks.
No, nice try. It's Noman
know.
Chickenis.
Gnome Chickeness.
All right. One summer day in France in 1826, Joseph Nipesi. Dude, that's his name. I'm not good.
Or like the second the like 12th generation of Nymanics.
Dude, you want to hear a true story? This is honest God true story. No, I haven't finished reading, so start drinking. But hold on. This is very relevant. So David Prager,
I'm sure.
David Prager, he's doing, selling ads for us in System and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Diggnation and stuff like that. And he comes to me and he's like, okay, we got this great sponsor, it's this really cool contest at the Photoshop competition they're going to be doing. I'm like, oh, that sounds awesome. They're like, they also want you to host the award show. And I'm thinking, there's no way in hell I'm going to host an award show because like the one thing I cannot do is pronounce people's names. There's no way I'm going to sit there for like an hour.
Especially
and be like, up next.
And you know that the people who do an international awards banquet for web programming are all going to be like Slavic and like Nordic and like.
Oh man, that's like it's like a nightmare. There's no way. But anyway,
You would have been funny.
no, it would have been terrible. And you would have done it had you not been going to a wedding.
Dude, my buddy's getting married. Congratulations, Will. I'll be there.
Nice. Okay, so let me finish this up.
Have we read
So
the
where were we?
story?
Okay, yeah. So it's the world's first
Who was the guy
photograph.
that took the photograph?
It's a photo. This is I'm finishing
Yeah, okay,
reading
go.
what he actually said. It's a photo of some farm buildings in the sky. It took an exposure time of 8 hours. This is
How
cool.
is that the first photo ever made?
It's the first one ever.
Like, come on.
I was reading the article. It says no one's exactly sure how he did this or what chemicals were used. All that is known.
or that it's a photograph.
No, all that is known is that it's a photo on it's 8 inches by 6.5 inches that was done on a pewter plate, and the photo's crappy. It looks like shit.
Well,
But-
yeah, it's the first one ever made.
But it's cool because it's kind of creepy at the same time. You look at it. I mean, seriously. I mean, you look at this and you're just like, whoa, that's actually the first photo of anything that was ever taken. It's pretty deep.
That is pretty deep. I can see how.
No, I mean seriously.
No, you're right.
Did you see the
I saw
picture?
the picture looks like it was a poster for like The Grudge 2 or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
it's just gnarly looking. It's like all like washed out and grayscaled and like there's like a pterodactyl.
Dude, it wasn't that long
It
ago.
wasn't that long ago.
That's awesome. It's like dinosaurs in the background.
Dinosaurs. Guy getting eaten by a dinosaur. It's very good. All this is basically, it was the first movie ever made, actually.
Oh man, that was funny.
Yeah, that's Lord. No, it was interesting. It was one of those things where first off, who knew it was some random French dude? Like, I would have assumed it was like Eastman Kodak or something.
Yeah.
That's two names, right? Isn't it like Bill Eastman and Juan Kodak? I don't know. I just know it's Eastman Kodak is like two names.
Yeah, you're right. It's like Debbie and Lennox, Deborah and Ian. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, I'm a geek. Sorry.
No, that's good times. Good times.
Okay,
Shall we move on? Let's move on.
let's do it. Next story. Intel's manufacturing costs $40. 616 people dug the story, submitted by iAskGT.
What's with you and the asses this week?
No, not asked.
Oh, I think you're like, I asked GT.
This is just a little story on how we can pay $1,100 or more for what? And he's got a good point. If you go into the actual article, it's from news.com. It's interesting. They say the Pentium 4s can sell up to $637 per chip, and they're talking about it costs. But Intel's actual cost for manufacturing the chip only comes to about $40, and that's according to a report from analyst Instat.
What?
Yeah. So what they're saying is, I mean, take away the cost of research. Not the packaging, the expenses that are related to design, marketing, all that stuff. Take that all out of the equation, and just the raw costs of fabbing a chip, kicking it out the door, $40 a processor.
Well, yeah, but you took out all the, it's like
all the expensive
you
stuff.
took out all the expensive crap.
You're right.
What you included was sand,
but
compressed sand.
You're right,
and
but
a machine that pokes it.
It's a machine that pokes.
That's it.
That's it. In Alex Albrecht's mind, is that how processors are
Yes.
made? There's like compressed sand in a poking machine.
A bag of sand gets put into a machine, and something pokes it, and then a processor
pops out.
And depending upon how hard it pokes, it's the speed of the processor. We'll put that in a 2.4 gigahertz poke.
What are you talking about?
All right, I know it's a little more in depth.
Oh man, it's hot in here.
Dude,
Get
we
some
left the
air
doors
conditioning in
open,
your
but Keith
house.
is busy making a
What is
paper
Keith
crane. You know that we're.
Hold on. For the video version of this, Keith,
Just bring it in here. Just
Hand
bring
it
it
to
in.
me.
No, now. It doesn't even matter.
I gotta
Okay.
blow in its ass.
No, don't blow in its ass, Keith.
It pops it up. Okay, hold on.
What the
For the
heck?
people that are listening to the podcast,
This is how entertaining we are.
Keith is supposed to be watching the camera, making sure there's no hot pops in the audio.
Yep. Making sure the room doesn't get too hot.
He's made
Jedi frogs.
he's made a frog out of a piece of paper.
Well, first off, props to you, Keith. What the fuck is that?
It's not bad though.
Have you ever been to Japan, or are you just crazy? Dude, this is like we should have had him make the X-wing. For last week, we should just put him up here. All right, that's
You
great.
should make the
I'm like that
X-wing.
guy in Blade Runner, just take shit and.
Orlando Jones? No, Armando Sante? No.
I know the guy.
Can't say anything. No, the guy from John Leguizamo. John Stamos.
Stamos.
No, not John
What are you
Stamos.
guys talking about?
From Full House? He wasn't in Blade Runner?
All right, moving
Edward
on.
James Olmos.
There you go.
Whatever.
Oh,
what are we
man.
talking about?
Last story.
So anyway, yes. So $40. That's interesting. Thanks for bringing that up. Dude, see, you know what I
Well,
did?
it makes you think though, like, what the hell am I paying for? If
Dude,
it's-
that poking machine is expensive.
I know, but it's a good article. You should definitely check it out. Get back to us.
I love when we try to get all journalistic. Like, but seriously, hard times for those who were affected.
We wanted to take a quick break to tell you that for a limited time only, GoDaddy.com is offering $6.95 .com domain names to Diggnation listeners. Domain transfers and renewals are also included in this special price, but you have to use the code PRAGER, that's P-R-A-G-E-R, when you place your order. And here's the good part. The first 5 people to order using this code will get a GoDaddy.com t-shirt, and the 50th customer gets $100 in GoDaddy domains or products. The offer will expire on December 10th, so get your $6.95 .com domain name today. Next story. Moving on.
Moving on.
All right.
That's a good tan you got going.
Ingenious $100 laptop. What did you say?
Nothing.
At $100 at MIT.
Ooh, good.
3,101 people.
These
excuse
are all
me.
Pentium 90s, right?
No. Dug this story submitted by TPI Mental. He says, not only is a laptop cheap, but it's designed very well throughout. The battery doubles as a handle, and a shoulder strap is a power supply and plug. He said, I would definitely buy a few of these. Now, if you take a look at the laptop, here's, if you're watching the video version.
It looks nice. It looks like a Sony Vaio. Looks like a Sony Vaio.
It looks exactly like a Sony Vaio, but take a look at the, look at that nice little handle right there.
Come on.
Hold on. It's got a hand crank. Should you be without power?
What?
Yes, it turns into a handheld. You can.
Oh no, it's a tablet PC. It's a tablet PC.
Hold on. Look at the power modules that go in. The strap that converts into a. You know that's nice. It's well thought out.
All right, the strap is nice.
The strap is nice. The hand crank is nice. So there's no electricity around.
Well,
you can just
come on.
crank your laptop.
When was the last time you were standing in the middle of a field and you wanted to check your Wi-Fi email?
Hold on.
Huh?
This was not developed for the United States. This was developed for like struggling, like third, like.
Oh well, now you're just a dork. I can't say anything bad about that.
Why?
I can't be like, well, screw
You
those.
just did.
No.
People need hand cranks in certain countries.
Sure. Like out in the fields of Scotland. Where they have no plugs. Just sheeps. And they wanted to track their sheep production.
Sorry. Sorry. The sheep. There's got to be an application for that. Sheep herder 3.0.
Oh, dude. Where are my sheep? About 16 wolves now.
You got like RFID tags on the sheep.
Ah, no. It's shearing time. My laptop just binged.
Oh, it's hot in here. Totally needs to get some AC.
I think it's us, Kevin. This is like the 5th place we've been that's hot. It might be us. Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, okay.
On the plains of Scotland.
All right.
With your laptop with a crank.
Next story.
Dude, I gotta read the next story. What are you talking about? Next. All right, here we go.
$100 is cheap though. I'd buy a few.
Yeah, just throw them in your car in case you get lost. God, that was awesome.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching our holiday clip show.
That's right, Kevin. I'd say a very successful first annual Diggnation Thanksgiving holiday clip show.
Thank you all for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the show.
That is true. And from all of us here at Diggnation, I'd like to say, Happy Thanksgiving, people, and good night to all. It's time to thanks that giving and give. Oh, hey, I didn't hear you guys come in. I was just helping Kevin prepare for the first annual Diggnation Thanksgiving feast. Hey, Kevin, how's that turkey coming? Looks delicious.
It's coming along great, Alex. I just got done slow basting it over a roasted wood coal fire.
What's a troll fire, Kevin? It's time to cook that turkey and hey! Kevin, how's that turkey coming along?
It's coming along great, Alex. This is a slow based turkey that I roasted over an oven based.
How's that turkey coming, Kevin? It looks edible.
It's coming along great, Alex. I just got done slow roasting this turkey over a wood based fire. You know, Alex, I've spent the last 4 to 8 hours working on this bird.
Wow, she's gorgeous.
She's slow roasted. I took my time with her.
As you should. We're going to make your turkey and hey, I didn't hear you come in. I've just. It's time to holiday traffic. Whoa! It's time to cook that chicken turkey. It's time to thanks that giving and give that. Oh, there you are. I didn't see you guys come in. Welcome to our home. We here at Diggnation have spent the entire day tirelessly working over a hot stove to bring you something that we like to call the first annual. That just ripped all over me. Sorry, back to what? We here at Diggnation, seeing as it's Thanksgiving, decided that we have so much to be thankful for. Isn't that right, Kevin?
Yes. Guacamole.
Guacamole! I didn't even think about that.
Right
Low latency RAM.
Love that stuff.
Thank you, Lord, for low latency RAM.
Squirrels with small hands and feet.
Yes. It's time, the turkey's out, and it's oh, hi there. I didn't hear you guys come in. I've been helping kitchen. It's time to cook that turkey and hey, I didn't hear you guys come in. I was just helping Kevin prepare this lovely feast that we like to call the first annual Diggnation Thanksgiving Feast. How's that turkey coming, Kevin? It looks edible.
It's coming along great, Alex. I just got done slow roasting this turkey over a wood-based fire.
That is fucking hysterical.
Does anybody?
You gotta say wood-based fire. That's even... That's a lovely bird you've got there, Kevin. Kevin, that bird looks divine.
Yes, I've spent the last 4 to 8 hours working on this thing.
How did you prepare it?
Slow roasting it.
You can't do it, man.
It's time, the Thanksgiving bird. Hey! There you are. I didn't see...